Therefore, the universe has a cause, is how the Kalam concludes, and apologists often add to that in passing that cause must not only be spaceless, timeless and immaterial, but also personal. But why personal? Join me for this video to understand why the Kalam really does imply a personal agent behind our universe and find out why even cosmic skeptics seems to concede that. Hi, my name is Lucas and welcome to my apologetics channel Deflate. Let's get started by refreshing our memory about what the Kalam looks like. Premise 1. Everything that begins to exist has a cause. Premise 2. The universe began to exist. Conclusion. Therefore, the universe has a cause. Now, I might be wrong, but I believe that most people readily understand why the cause that's being deduced here must be spaceless, timeless, and immaterial. Basically, if the universe is all of space, time, and matter, then the cause that explains all of space, time, and matter must be spaceless, timeless, and immaterial, because if it weren't, the cause would be part of the material space-time reality that needs explaining. But how do you get to the idea that the cause is personal? Here are two pathways. First, explaining any state of affairs is ultimately a matter of referring to natural law or personal agency, or both sometimes. The answer to the question, why is it raining, lies in the laws of nature, and the answer to the question, why is the living room a mess, lies in a personal agent, though you could supplement that with talk about the law of gravity as well. The bottom line is this: all causal explanations have to invoke natural law or personal agency. But when it comes to explaining why the universe came to exist, referring to the laws of nature isn't an option, since they were as inexistent without the universe itself to which they apply. Thus, you cannot possibly invoke natural law to explain how we got from not having a universe to having one. This means that personal agency is really the only option we have to explain why the universe came to be, and that's why the cause of the universe, which the Kalam talks about, must be personal. The second pathway to a personal cause is a bit more complex, but also more beautiful, I believe. So, before the universe came to be, there was this timeless, spaceless, and immaterial thing or cause which brought the universe into existence. Actually, to say before the universe came to be is incoherent, because time only came to exist as the universe came to exist. A more accurate way of phrasing it is that there was a timeless, spaceless, and immaterial cause existing without the universe. Given that this cause was timeless, it was also permanent. But this raises the following question. If there was a permanent universe-creating cause, how come this cause led to the creation of a universe 13.8 billion years ago instead of 15, 16, or 20 billion years ago? Indeed, if the cause is permanent, then why isn't the effect, that is, the universe, also permanent, that is, eternal? Or in other words, how can a permanent cause have a temporal effect with a beginning? It is here that the personality of the cause kicks in. You see, if the cause is a personal agent with free will, it can initiate state of affairs independently of antecedent determining conditions. On the other hand, if the cause of the universe were bereft of personhood and thus bereft of free will, the effect of our universe coming into being at the specific moment 13.8 billion years ago is, given the cause's permanence, inexplicable. The only way, it seems, by which you can account for a permanent cause resulting in a specific temporal effect with a beginning is by ascribing to the cause the property of free will. This way, the permanence of the cause doesn't determine or necessitate effects that are as permanent as the cause itself. Free will, however, is a property of persons rather than of things, which is why we're led to the conclusion again that the cause of the universe is personal. I'm aware that this is a more complex explanation for the personality of the cause that the Kalam describes, but it seems to have clicked with Cosmic Skeptic after William Lane Craig offered it to him. Here is the relevant clip from their conversation.
The reason that I wanted to kind of talk about this for a little bit was because of the fact that one of the objections that has been made, and I think I've made it in the past, is this idea that yeah, the Kalam Cosmological Argument gets you a cause of the universe, right? But it doesn't get you something resembling a god. But here what we're doing is we're trying to show that in order, if we kind of admit that there is a cause of the universe that's outside of the universe and is therefore timeless, eternal, infinite, whatever it may be, that it does in fact have to be personal. It does in fact have to have free will and some form of consciousness. And so the Kalam actually does imply a type of cause, not just a cause. I think that's... Does that make sense?
Now, I'm not sure whether what Alex expressed here is actually personal commitment to the idea that the cause of the universe is personal, or whether he is simply expressing an in-principle agreement with the notion that to the extent to which the Kalam holds, the personhood of the cause described follows. Nevertheless, given that atheists have eagerly been rehearsing, as Alex himself recounts, the idea that the Kalam gets you nowhere close to God but only to a cause in the generic sense, his admission to the contrary is quite significant, I'd say. Unfortunately though, atheists keep criticizing the Kalam without actually understanding it, and in this video up here I talk about one such failed case as offered by Rationality Rules. If you want to learn more about why the Kalam is a pretty solid and undefeated argument, check it out. Thank you for watching and see you over here.